Over on the moderator module, somebody was asking me for CQB stuff, and I know what you're kind of asking for. You're asking for more, building to building, like real huge buildings and stuff, but for most of us walk-on players, we're probably going to run into more CQB kind of like this, where it's just going to be like hut to hut, like small buildings like that. Sometime down the road, I am planning on doing a more grandiose building CQB, but for right now, let's talk a little bit about this. Alright, so this is from a side shot of this area that I'm in right here. You can see one building there, a couple buildings over there, so this is a 4-building set. Now, the one beautiful thing about this set is right over here. You see that little low fence that's right there? So what that means is that if you can get in here, you can stay low and shoot at people from across the field, especially through little holes in the wall like this one right here. So one of the keys to actually holding something like this is mobility. You remember a while ago I was telling you guys about being inside of buildings like this and it's harder for you to see? Well, if you can, you don't want to just sit inside of a building. You want to be mobile. You want to be moving back and forth. Now, I'm making an assumption here that it's just you that's trying to take these. Now, occasionally you'll have like 2 or 3 people. If that's the case, spread out. Don't all be sitting in one building. You want to have one guy in this building, another guy in this building, maybe another guy over in this building, or depending on where the other team is, you might want to put like 2 guys over here. It doesn't, there is no right way to do it. There is no wrong way to do it. Well, there's several wrong ways to do it, but there's no absolutely correct way to do it. So how do you stay mobile and things like this? Well, we're going to say, for the sake of argument, we're going to start back in this building over here. So you're using this building for cover, but you got a lot of guys shooting at you. Well, again, we're going to play the odds here, and the odds are that if people are shooting at you, they're probably not going to hit you, or they're all going to collectively duck when you start shooting back at them. So I want to move forward one building. So I'm going to take my stance, take a shot or 2, come back in. They're going to stop shooting at me. I move. Very simple stuff. Alternatively, I'm going to start inside this building, and I'm going to step over there. Now, the reason I would do that is to just change up the angles. Let's say there's some people shooting me over here, but I notice that they're making a large push on that side. So once again, lean out. Well, I'm exaggerating this for the camera. Please understand. But we're going to shoot. Wait a second, and then we go. The other thing is that you'd be surprised how protected you are in something like this. Again, we go back to the tree walking stuff. Especially when you got large building, you got soft cover, another large building, a small wall over here. This side is more protected than you think. So as you're moving over towards from one building to the next, be aware that you're more protected than you think you are, but don't take your time. Hustle, get to the next piece of cover fast. Now granted, one guy is not going to be able to hold off an entire army forever, and you're maybe just doing a stalling technique more than anything else. But that being said, if you can hold off a bunch of guys for 10, 15, 20 minutes, you're doing your team a huge favor. And again, this all goes back to the whole concept of what's the team goal, how much time do you have, what exactly are you doing out here? You want to be thinking about this constantly as you're playing. If at any time you're out here and you're just kind of wondering what in the world am I doing out here, what's the team objective, ask somebody. Or I guess worst case scenario, just find somebody on the other team and shoot them. That works too. I love guerrilla filmmaking. It's so fun. Just grab the camera and start shooting.